Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I wanted to get on and discuss a little bit of how lupus, yes I said lupus, led me to gardening. So, I remember learning about lupus when I was in nursing school. I'm a registered nurse. And I remember learning about lupus in nursing school. And I remember the moon phase and like how long it took for this disease to be diagnosed. And I would think, oh my gosh, that's just horrible, horrible. And I started to feel bad when I was in nursing school. It started when I was in nursing school. I started to feel awful. And I was thinking maybe it was because I wasn't getting sleep, because I was like working and mothering and, living and everything else that goes with it. But I was like tired all the time. My joints swole. And this actually was happening since childhood, my mom tells me. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And I'll go to the doctor and they would be like, there's nothing wrong. It's like all in your head. You need antidepressants, blah, 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 blah. It was just like, are you serious? I know that there's something wrong. So I finally got somebody to, and this was at a clinic, not at a hospital, not like at one of the major places in St. Louis, like St. Louis University or anything. Those are one of our major hospitals, anything like that. But it was just like one of our little city clinics. And I sat and talked to the doctor there, and I was telling her my symptoms, my signs and symptoms. And she was like, let me run some tests. But at the time, my knee was swollen, like it was huge, and I had done nothing. And she was like, well, did you hit it on something? I'm like, no, it just swole. It just swells. Like my shoulders swell, my knees swell. That's one of the things with lupus with me, is that I get joint swelling. It's horrible joint pain. It's in your hand. You get it everywhere. Anywhere that moves or has a joint, you feel pain. And that's what I have. I have that portion of it, and then I have the vasculitis part of it, where there is not good circulation going on. You get infections more frequently, stuff, it's just all types of things. It's like your body is just out of whack. It's attacking itself. So she was like, let's do some tests for lupus. She did tests for lupus, and that's what I have. So I've done IV therapy, chemotherapy, hydrochloroquine, which is for malaria. I've done so many things, and I've never really been on a lot of pain medication for the lupus. So they don't really prescribe you pain medication for that. So what I do is I do distractionary things that take away pain. So one of my favorite things is I do puzzles, and it gets you sort of where you're meditating, and you're thinking about something else, focusing on completing a job, not the pain. So that works for me. My husband, who he loves giving massages, so he massages my feet, my knees, my whatever swells. I use heat and cold alternation. I do all types of things to stop the pain. But one of the major things that I have been fighting this for years. My grandmother used to make us go around and take parts out of people's plants. So she would like notice a house that had a pretty flower in it or something, and she would drive up and be like, go run up there on their front and break a piece off and bring it back. And we would do that, and then we would get like a Snicker afterwards. But I always felt weird about that, because I would be like, is that a crime? I don't know. So I was always fighting this thing. My mother loves plants. My sister loves plants. I did not. And I was like, I am not going to be like everybody else. And my grandmother's garden was so spectacular that when they were filming the movie in St. Louis with Bill Murray, they chose her house because of her garden. And so her house is I think the movie is called Larger Than Life. But yeah, it had Bill Murray. He came over and met the family and everything. So my family, the women in my family, love gardening. So I was like, it doesn't do anything for me. Until I was like, you know what? You can grow food. I can actually grow food. So that's what I've been doing now, and it's become an addiction. I go on Baker's Creek, which is my favorite site. They're not paying me or anything like that. I go on Baker's Creek and I buy seeds and they grow and I harvest, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is cool. And every year I add something different because they have so much. It's always something nice that they have. I even got into the flora thing once I got bees, and it's like my sister was the one that really got me into it. We would go to Trader Joe's and they would have plants, and I would buy a couple, and then I started noticing my living room windows were filling up, my bedroom started filling up, my whatever started filling up. Then I was doing really well with them. Like, they were not dying. I was like, I'm taking care of them, I'm feeding them. They were huge. Like, the only thing that we used to plant, me and my husband, would be marigolds. And for some reason, our marigolds would be like a hedge. They would literally be like 5-6 feet tall. I am not joking. This is fact. And so we would be like, what? My mother would be like, that's not the normal size of marigolds. And I was like, really? And then when I saw one, I was like, oh, wow. But that's one of the things that we grew. And then I like black tulips and stuff like that, purples. And I want some of them alliums, some big head bulbs, but I digress. So she introduced me to liking plants. So now I love them. And I have them everywhere. And it is a great stress relief when I'm like feeling pain or I'm getting depressed. I come out here and I find something to do, because there is always something to do. There's always something to see. Even if it's what you're growing, to the weird insects that you find in your garden, to the wonderful things, the little animals, everything is just solving problems. How am I going to trellis my melons this year? Stuff like that. So it keeps my mind off the fact that I have lupus, and that is a positive thing. It's a positive thing. So if you've just been diagnosed, it's life after lupus. It's life during lupus. You're going to have your up days, your down days, your in-between days. You're going to be like, why me sometimes? But there will be another day. You're going to live on, handle your symptoms, and roll with it. Try to stay out of those flare days. Stay out the sun. Wear your sunscreen. Wear your hats. If you're out gardening, I have these weird hats. It's like taking care of yourself. It's like I go in and out of the gluten thing, and I know that I should not be eating gluten, because when I eat it, I don't feel good, and I know that it's not something that I should be eating. So that's why I'm growing these 2 types of wheat this year, because I want to see, what I can do with that, because they're gluten free. And that's also why I got sorghum, because it's gluten free. So I love learning, and you should too. Don't let a lupus diagnosis, take you out the game. You can still go, you can still work, you can still do what you need to do. You're still a mother, father, sister, because men can get it too. It's a horrible disease. And so I'm just coming on here with, let the rest of the lupus survivors out there know. Do something distractionary to take your mind off of things. Don't take those heavy pain meds. Get some puzzles. Start gardening. Go hiking. Do something that will get your mind off of lupus, off of the discomfort you may feel. And hopefully you have a wonderful support system behind you, because I do. So I guess I'll see you next time on As the Garden Turns. Bye.